I'm Abhishek. I'm going to present my hack idea, that is shipping ledger. So shipping ledger is a blockchain solution for supply chain management powered by Hyperledger Fabric. It contains immutable ledger for all the transaction happening during shipping of goods. And with the help of these ledger, one can get a transparent status of shipping as well as confidence about the delivery date. The smart contract is the core feature of blockchain. Here, importer creates contract with manufacturer. Contract contains price of success delivery, minimum and maximum temperature to maintain during the transport, delivery date, and associated fine for violating temperature criteria or missing the delivery date. Shipping Ledger is an IoT enabled solution. Shipping Ledger IoT device app is an Android application built in Xamarin. So Android IoT device app senses room temperature and fetch the current GPS location, typically latitude and longitude, and push data to MQTT broker, which is in cloud. As of now, application is getting temperature with the help of battery, CPU, GPU, which is an approximate temperature, as most of the Android devices does not have thermocouple sensors. Although we can integrate any thermocouple sensor bought from market and can program Android app to get accurate temperature readings. This data is further pushed into the blockchain with the help of Node-RED. Node-RED is an IoT connector tool powered by Node.js. So this is an supply chain process image. So if you see, there is a parties over here: retailer, supplier, carrier. So typically, once retailer create a purchase order, it will send an EDI file to the supplier, and in the response, supplier create an ASN, that is Advanced Shipment Notice, and send the EDI file to retailer. This is a typical flow of an supply chain management, and parallelly, like a carrier or shipper can create a shipment and send the data to retailer. So there are some mismatch errors. If you see the mismatch of ASEAN and shipment, quantity variance, wrong good, wrong shipping labels, and wrong barcodes. And if you see over here, content error like missing a purchase order, store location, invalid code, insufficient details. So if the error happens in any of the parties, it is an additional cost to the buyer. So there are popular use cases like in China, Walmart. I think they got one of the infected pork over in one of the store. So Walmart has spent millions of dollars just to figure out the batch of infected pork delivered in Walmart store across the states of China. These type of problem can be solved by shipping laser. USFDA have imposed several checks on importers. Food traceability and safety can be ensured by shipping ledger. So organic fruits and vegetables are buzz these days, and people are ready to pay high price, but everyone wants to ensure whether the fruit are really organic. Can they have any authentic certification for their batch of food, like they can see in a mobile or a laptop? Whether fruit and vegetables are preserved in the required range of temperature during the storage and transport. Like if we can ensure the fruits are organic, but they should kept in the required temperature range during the shipping. So shipping ledger is the solution for that. There are number of floating problems in the world that can be solved with the help of shipping ledger and can do much more with blockchain, IoT, ML, and AI. So why shipping Hyperledger Fabric? So we have number of blockchain technologies in the market as of now, like Ethereum, Bitcoin. So why Hyperledger Fabric? So Hyperledger Fabric is an enterprise-grade permission distributed ledger framework for for like developing solutions and applications. So there are some um, some points over here, like privacy issue. Public blockchain like Bitcoin are permissionless. Anyone can join it. Many businesses like such as financial services, institutions, uh, and healthcare provider work under the certain privacy like requirement. They cannot allow just anyone to see their sensitive information. The second is scalability. So most of the public blockchain have low scalability because of all nodes on the network are required to process transaction. This also result in a low transaction throughput. So third is storage issue. Since every full node store all the data on the blockchain, like public blockchain. So right now, I think the archive node size of Ethereum is around 2.73 terabyte. It's quite high. So storage requirements are very high, continuously increasing over the time. This excessive storage redundancy is not practical for businesses. Unsustainable consensus algorithm. So Bitcoin and Ethereum is just proof of work, if you know about this, which is require a lot more computing power and is energy intensive. As the time passes, the processing power and energy requirement increase, making it impractical in the business context. On the other hand, Hyperledger ordering node uses different strategies like Solo, Kafka, PBFT, which make it efficient. Lack of governance. So no one control public blockchain, making it responsible of individual developers or developer communities to execute improvement projects. Business need sufficient governance to run blockchain effectively. So in the shipping ledger, we have three main components. So first one is IoT device app. So it is an Android-based solution for temperature sensing and the location tracking. So we have used Xamarin as a tool, Node-RED, Visual Studio for developing this IoT device app. Hyperledger solution. So it is in JavaScript code for building smart contract. So we called it chain code and transaction logic. So tools, we have used Node.js, JavaScript, Composer tool, Docker, UGenerator, VS Code. The third one is, so basically it is the heart of like project Hyperledger solution. It is a blockchain solution over here. We have exposed this solution as an API with the REST server. So third one is client application. So it is based on like HTML, Angular based UI application for user instruction. So we talk about tools, so HTML, Angular 4, JavaScript, Node.js, UseGenerator, and VS Code is used. So this is the flow diagram of shipping ledger. So if you see ships over here, ships and the truck. So these ships and trucks called as loader in my application. And if you see the temperature sensors are attached over here, and the GPS is attached over here. So that Android app is responsible for sensing the temperature and the location, like location information like latitude or longitude. So they are pushing data into the MQTT broker cloud. Uh, so we can set like timestamp in every 15 minutes. They'll send the temperature records and the location records. And it is a Node-RED, basically IoT connector. So it will get the these temperature events and location events, and it will push it into the blockchain solution. Here is a so if you go into the that Hyperledger Fabric network, so you can see member A, member B. So these are basically organizations. So I am choosing only one organization over here, like member A. And if you see client A over here, so as of now we have one organization, two peer nodes, one Fabric certification authority. So it is responsible for like generating that you can say the cards, network cards. Uh, and our solution is deployed in this network in the peer nodes. So client A is think of an UI application, which is I think component 3 in my previous slides. So that UI application interact with the API connector. I'll show you the APIs in the coming slides. So this is how it is one client is interacting with blockchain and how that devices, temperature devices and the location devices are attached to the loader and sending their events into the blockchain application. So this is the first component of our shipping ledger solution. So this is my mobile, if you see. In the right side, if you see, I have just get a screenshot of this screen. So if you see, it is displaying a device ID, and at the bottom of that, it is sending the temperature value is 25 and the location value, latitude, longitude. So this is how it is pushing data to MQTT broker. So this is an screenshot of Node-RED application. So these are the circuits I have built. Like this is the that listener, like MQTT listener. So this Hyperledger device node listen the MQTT broker, and it will process the message and submit it to the blockchain. So the submit OT data, like it is an HTTP node, and it's sending data to the blockchain. So if you see this small icon requesting, so it's sending data. So let's come to the core part, Hyperledger solution. So if you know about Hyperledger, so the chain code is typically divided into the three main parts. So one is assets, second is participants, third is transactions. So in our solution, we have assets like temperature devices is an asset, location device is an asset, loader is an asset, even contract and shipment is an asset. We talk about participants. So we have majorly three types of participants. So first is importer, second is manufacturer, third is shipper. If we talk about transactions, we can induct a package, and if the shipment is received, so it is in type of transaction. Submit IoT readings, like when we submit our temperature and location readings, so it will come into the submit IoT readings. So this is Hyperledger solution. So it is an UI of that you can say APIs, which is exposed in the REST server. So it is typically running in the 3000 port. So you can see contract, importer, loader, all the stuff, transactions, submit data, and all those things. So typically in UI, we will use these APIs to interact with our actual blockchain solution. So this is third part of our application, like the components, basically the client application. So this is the UI. So we'll interact with the blockchain with the help of these UI application. So you can see assets, participants, transactions. We can create assets from here. This is showing as temperature reading over here, like one shipment ship 001. The product type is fruit and all this stuff. So this is all about the slides over here. And if you see, I have mentioned the Git URL of my repository. Like for the IoT device app, you can go in this URL. For the blockchain solution, you can go over here. And if you want to see the UI app, you can go over here. So that is all about for this slide, and I'm Abhishek, and this is my LinkedIn profile. So I have one more video for the real life demo of the product. So we'll see you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm Abhishek. So this is the second video. Today I'm going to demonstrate my hack idea. So that is shipping ledger. Um, this is the home screen of my UI app. So let me quickly show you the blockchain application. So here, if you see, this is the Docker container over here. All Docker containers are running. So this is the peer node. This is the certification authority and the orders invoice. And so all the functionalities are exposed as an API here. So if you see, these are the assets, and you can see this is the API. Basically, Swagger API. You can run it here or here. So let me jump into the UI part. So if you talk about the Android device app, so it is already running in my mobile. So this is the screenshot, and the device ID is here. So I'll copy that device ID because this device ID is unique for every mobile. So if you install this IoT device app, so it will create a new device ID for you. So here, as I explained earlier, we have different assets over here. So we have to create the different assets. So let me create the location device first. Let me copy the device ID. So here I'll put the device ID. Let me confirm it. So new location device is created. Let me create a temperature device. So as I'm using the same Android app for temperature device and the location device, I'll use the same device ID. So temperature device is added, and let me create a loader like a truck. So I'll give it the truck name like DL1234. And I need to use the devices which I have already added, like temperature device and the location devices. So let me put the device ID over here. So new loader is created. So, and these devices are attached to the loader. So let me quickly create a contract. Before creating the contract, we need to create the participant actually. So let me create the manufacturer. Let me give a short name, menu. As of now, I'm adding a balance manually over here. The production it will get from somewhere else. Let's say setting logic need to be implemented yet. So it is not, we have not implemented the rating already in the violation count logic yet. So new manufacturer is added. Let me create a shipper quickly. The same way, shipper. At the rate. Again, manual balance USA. So we have manufacturer, we have shipper. Now let me create the importer. Create a similar account balance. So now we have shipper, importer, and manufacturer. Let me create a contract quickly. So this contract is between manufacturer and the importer. So let me give a contract ID. I'll give a simple contract ID to a shipper. So let me give the shipper name. So the shipper is going to, let me check. I have to the .com or not. I get the .com. Yeah, it's there. What could be the unit price? Let me give 10 as a unit price. Arrival, date time, let me give 10. And minimum temperature, let me put 5 degree as a minimum temperature. Maximum temperature, let me put 35 degree as a maximum temperature. So the minimum temperature violation fine. So let me give 1 rupees as a violation. Maximum temperature violation fine per unit. Let me give similar. Delay violation fine. Give 2 rupees per unit. So again, this contract is created. So now let me create a shipment. So here we need to pass ID, shipment ID. What kind of product I'm carrying? So it could be the fruit. Shipment district created. Temperature null. Unit count. So I'm going to export 50 units. And the contract ID, I'm giving the contract ID which we have created, and the loader where we are shipping our product. I think loader was 1, 2, 3, DL 1, 2, 3. If I'm not wrong, let me quickly check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Let me play shipment again. So it created. Unit count is 50. Contract is con. Is DL 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you can see shipment is created, and if you see in bottom, so it's a shipment status flash news. So as soon as we are getting the tracking records, so for getting each tracking record, we'll get a flash news over here. So I have integrated the WebSockets for that. And the blockchain application is emitting the events, and with the help of WebSockets, we are receiving that event and displaying over here. So we have done with everything, I believe, but one thing is left. So it is not getting the location data and the temperature records yet, because I have not started the Android app. So as soon as I started the Android app, you will see the temperature records and the tracking records from here. So let me start my Android app. Oh, as you can see, we got a first tracking event over here. Let's wait for more. One more tracking event. Let me refresh the page so that you can see all the temperature records and tracking records. So we got one temperature records. So I have set some frequency for getting these records. So let me stop the device, otherwise our screen will be full with all the tracking records and the temperature records, because frequency is 10 to 15 seconds. So here you can see the tracking record is here, and what else? Let me refresh it again. Yep, we got two temperature records, 28 degree, 28 degree, because my room temperature is around 28 degree. And these are the three tracking records over here. So, but to show up the violation, we need to send one more record, because if you see the contract, so here the minimum temperature limit is 5 and maximum temperature limit is 35. To violate the contract, we need to do something. So I have prepared something for that. So this is the Node-RED, which is a IoT connector for us. And what else? I can push 2 degree from here, sorry, from the temperature test data, so that we can able to violate it. Let's check if we got the 2 degree from here. Yeah, we got 2 degree. So I have intercept the submit IoT data, so that I can pass this test data. So now this is the latest temperature record. Let me go. So right now, if you see, account balance is 2000, manufacturer and the importer is also 2000. As soon as I create a transaction for received shipment, so it will change the amount. Let me pass the shipment ID. I think it was confirm button. I think, let me check the shipment status. Yeah, so shipment is arrived and we have all the data set. Let me quickly go to the manufacturer and the importer tab, so that I can get the account balance. So if you see the manufacturer tab, manufacturer got the amount. So some of the amount is deducted due to the penalty because of violation of the temperature. So right now amount is 2350. Later it was 2000. And if you go on importer, so importer balance is 1650. Previously it was 2000. Jump into the slides. What we got, description. Yeah, so here I demonstrated how Android app is attached with the loader, and how Android app is sending events for tracking and the temperature events to the MQTT broker, and how IoT connector is pushing data to the blockchain, and how blockchain is processing the data, and client is actually displaying the data and uh, uh, doing the user interaction between blockchain and all the IoT apps. So I think this is all about the demo. Thank you for now. Bye.